I'd like to thank my friends and my family, especially my mum and dad, who are in this room somewhere. Dad, whistle or something, because then I'll know where you are.
When I look down at this golden statue, may it remind me and every little child that no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid. Thank you.
Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
Some Oscar speeches make us laugh, some make us cry, and some broke the internet. From shocking protests to heartwarming surprises, these speeches went beyond the stage and into pop culture legend. Imagine walking into Hollywood's biggest stage, facing a star-studded audience, and politely telling them, "Nah, we're good." That's essentially what happened when Sashin Littlefeather took the stage on behalf of Marlon Brando.
I'm representing Marlon Brando this evening that he very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award. And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. Excuse me.
And speaking of speeches that Hollywood didn't see coming, let's talk about one that's still being misquoted to this day. Sally Field's enthusiastic emotional reaction to winning Best Actress at the 1985 Oscars was the definition of pure joy, but it also became one of the most misquoted lines in Oscar history.
This means so much more to me this time, and I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
The phrase has been parodied in movies and even commercials ever since.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Sally Field embraced the spotlight with overflowing joy. But what happens when an actor takes the opposite approach and says almost nothing at all? Most Oscar winners give long emotional speeches, but Joe Pesci did the exact opposite. When he won Best Supporting Actor for Goodfellas, he took the stage and simply said,
"Oh, it's my privilege, thank you."
That's it. No long-winded monologue, no emotional breakdown. Shortest speech in Oscar history. But what happens when an actor is so excited they just won't leave the stage, no matter how loud the orchestra plays? Winning Best Supporting Actor for Jerry Maguire, Cuba Gooding Jr. was so overwhelmed with joy that when the orchestra tried to cut him off, he just kept talking, louder and faster.
I just want to, here we go. Okay, the studio, I love you, and Cameron Crowe, and Tom Cruise, I love you, brother. Everybody involved with the movie, I love you. Oh my goodness.
But not all Oscar speeches are met with cheers. Some are met with a mixed bag of applause and boos. Michael Moore didn't just accept his Oscar for Best Documentary. He took the stage on a mission. Instead of a typical thank you speech, he called out George W. Bush and the Iraq War, branding it a fictitious war.
We live in a time where we have a man sending us to war for fictitious reasons, whether it's the fictition of duct tape or the fictitious of orange alerts. We are against this war, Mr. Bush. Shame on you, Mr. Bush. Shame on you.
Regardless of where you stood, there was no denying that Moore stole the night and made sure no one forgot his stance. But let's cleanse the palate with a speech that was endearing, emotional, and involved a dad whistling in the audience. Kate Winslet's Best Actress win for The Reader was a long time coming, 5 nominations deep. So when she finally won, she was determined to spot her dad in the crowd.
I'd like to thank some of the people along the way who had faith in me. My friends and my family, especially my mum and dad, who are in this room somewhere. Dad, whistle or something, because then I'll know where you are.
This adorable father-daughter moment made the entire speech extra special, showing that no matter how big the stage, family always matters the most. But what if you get so overwhelmed that you accidentally forget your spouse's name? Christian Bale is known for being intense on screen, but his Oscar speech for The Fighter was surprisingly warm and funny. That is, until he had a slight brain freeze while trying to thank his wife.
My team, led by Patrick and Boomer and Carlos and Jen and Anna and Julie, thank you so much for everything you do. And of course, mostly my wonderful wife. I didn't think I was like this. I thought I was...
Thankfully, the audience found it hilarious, and his wife probably forgave him eventually.
My wonderful wife, who's my mast through the storms of life. I hope I'm likewise to you, darling.
Now let's talk about a speech that was so poetic and powerful, it became instantly legendary. Winning Best Supporting Actress for 12 Years a Slave, Lupita Nyong'o's speech was deeply personal and inspiring.
When I look down at this golden statue, may it remind me and every little child that no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid. Thank you.
But speaking of long-awaited wins, what happens when the entire internet is rooting for you to win? The internet basically broke down when Leonardo DiCaprio finally won an Oscar for The Revenant.
Climate change is real. It is happening right now. I thank you all for this amazing award tonight. Let us not take this planet for granted. I do not take tonight for granted. Thank you so very much.
But let's move from a long-awaited win to a comeback story for the ages.
And the Oscar goes to... Ke Huy Quan.
From child star to forgotten actor to Oscar winner, Ke Huy Quan's story is Hollywood magic in real life.
Mom, I just won an Oscar.
His emotional speech, where he recalled his journey from a refugee camp to winning an Oscar, had everyone crying.
My journey started on a boat. I spent a year in a refugee camp. And somehow, I ended up here on Hollywood's biggest stage.
He also shared that he almost gave up on his dream, believing his time in Hollywood had passed, but he never lost hope.
Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
And if one historic win wasn't enough, let's talk about another milestone that same night. Michelle Yeoh made history as the first Asian woman to win Best Actress, and she made sure to use her moment to deliver an empowering speech.
This is proof that dreams dream big and dreams do come true. And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime. Never give up.
It wasn't just a win. It was a statement that echoed far beyond Hollywood.
Thank you to the Academy. This is history in the making. Thank you.